Yo, Tuesdays in the pod. It's your boy Zen Zeta. I'm your host. To my right, I got my beautiful muse, Migo Zeta. Everybody give a. To my left, I got my grand and wondrous brethren, my nigga JoJo. Give a grand and wondrous hand for JoJo.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, kid. Yo, so in my prior podcast, you heard a woman's voice, a lovely woman's voice. That was this one right here. For those wondering.
That was me.
All right, yo, JoJo,
What's up?
what's going on?
Nothing.
Yo, so Bird Box. Everybody's talking about this shit. Let's get this shit out the way real
Do
quick.
you see it?
Yeah, Zen
Yeah.
just made me watch up until the part. I saw it from the middle. First, I saw it from the middle to the end, and then he made me see it from the beginning to the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of more understanding past what I already knew. And
Offhand, off the bat, is it a good movie or a bad movie to you?
it's an interesting movie.
Good or
Uh,
bad?
I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say
Yeah,
good.
me either.
If
Acting
it's
was
between
on
good,
point to
Yeah, if
me.
it was between good and bad, I would say good.
All right. You good or bad?
I liked it. It was
I
good.
mean, you like whack movies, so
It wasn't whack.
I know. I'm saying you like whack movies, so you're gonna say it's good. It's good or bad?
Good.
You seen A Quiet Place, right?
Yeah.
People are comparing it to A Quiet Place. You seen that movie?
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't seen that one, but I knew of it. Yeah.
All right.
I
So
know of
people
it.
are comparing to. You haven't seen that, right?
No.
So is it the same? Is it? Do you feel like it bit off of A
I
Quiet
mean, it's
Place?
similar, but I don't think it's the same.
Do you feel like it bit the concept?
No, I don't think so.
There were people. There were people
I have
that
to
were
watch it
mentioning-
again.
There were people that were mentioning that, and they were saying that essentially, like they brought it up, and the people that were making the movie was like, when this movie was already done, like they just started post production.
When you say this movie, what Bird Box?
Bird Box just started doing post production or something like that. Like they were just like towards the end of the filming when they heard about A Quiet Place coming out. So that's why.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
that's
then-
they always gonna give you that story though.
Yeah, but it's possible because they came out very very close to each other. So
Yeah.
they were probably filming around the same time.
Okay, well, I saw a bit of A Quiet Place today, just like the beginning. I definitely saw similarities where in the beginning there's a woman who's telling two kids like, yo, shut the fucks, pretty much, like, yo, don't make noise because y'all niggas is gonna get bodied. But in this one there's a woman and a man from jump. And but that's pretty much it. I didn't see the rest of the movie, so I can't tell you. But I don't know. Like one removes your complete sense of sight. You know what I mean? So it's like, and the other one tells you to shut the fucks. So it's like you can't talk in one, but it's not like you can't hear in one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
there was another movie. There was another movie way before that came out. I don't know what year exactly, but it was a movie essentially saying that it was this blind dude that was holed up in a house
Held up?
and held up in a house. I'm using slang. He was in a house. It was his house. Blind dude. It was played by the guy from Avatar, the general, white dude with the white hair. He's in his house and he's blind, and then these people break in, but he's
but he's the nigga. But he's the one they gotta be afraid
Do you
of.
know what
Yeah,
it's
he's-
called?
Yo, I always wanted to see that shit, yo.
What is it
that shit had a
called?
great trailer. Was the movie good?
I didn't see it, but I heard about
Oh,
it.
so it's time
But
for
my
us to
boy
do
told.
it.
I had a friend that told me that he saw it in the movie theaters and that it was a good movie and it has a crazy plot twist. But
Okay.
I saw like somebody mentioning like if you look at those three movies, one's like hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Okay.
Because the dude they can't speak around him because he's blind, but he could hear really well. So they had to move around him without making any noise.
Yo,
Or something like that.
By the way, you see how he just said it has a crazy plot twist? Yo, y'all niggas need to understand when y'all say that, y'all giving shit away. Be like, please,
giving nothing away.
yo, please. I don't want to know it has a plot twist, yo. Just say the shit is a good fucking movie.
I'll let you be
Like,
surprised.
and I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming the nigga that told him it has a crazy plot twist, and I'm kind of blaming him because he relayed that shit to me. But fucks. So Bird Box I don't know. On the next episode, I'll let you know because I'm gonna see A Quiet Place. I'm gonna let y'all know if that shit is indeed biting off of this shit.
I'll find the name of the movie and I'll let you know of the other one.
They're
Alright.
also comparing it to a movie called The Happening. You've seen that movie before?
I think so.
You have?
That one I haven't seen, no.
Yeah, they're also comparing it to that one.
I mean, I feel like just The Happening already sounds like a movie biting off something else.
Yeah.
The Happening, the Haunting, the fucking. There's
Fastening.
always something in the fastening, the thinning. But yo,
Now, all right, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? Because this is gonna go into what I was telling you about. What do you think the movie is really about?
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Okay. I got a few.
Like if you look, if I'm
I
talking
feel
about-
like honestly, I feel like it's low key telling us that we are way too dependent on what we see. So I think it's like in the movie they tell you can't use social media. So I think that's already like one of those little things in there that they're trying to hint to you like, yo, y'all use social media way too much and y'all just rely on everything y'all see. So it's like we're gonna take all that shit away. What would y'all do if y'all can't see? So I think that's one of the little messages in there to not rely on so much on what you see, or you know like there's people, or just to remind you like yo, there's people blind out there that can't see. Like yo, like your problems is first world problems type shit. But I don't know. There's a lot of messages in there, but that's the first one like offhand that I think of. What about you?
So, me personally, I don't have any specific, but I read, the reason I brought it up is because I read an article about this guy, that what he does is he overanalyzes movies. Like, that's what he likes to do.
I like people like that.
And he gives it, like, crazy extra meaning, but makes sense.
Yeah, like the niggas that suggest that Rugrats were really
Stuff like that.
I don't know
sort
if you
of.
peeped that, right?
That they were
the only ones that really that I forgot that story.
It's something that the girl, I forget her name. Angelica was the crazy one or something like that.
No, they were all crazy. She was the only sane one. I think. Or was she
something
the
something
one?
crazy like
I
that.
don't know.
Something crazy like that. But so let me bring up what he said. And let me and just tell me what you think.
All right, so we'll talk while he's looking at
I
it.
already have it up.
All right, so
He's
yeah.
ready.
So this is the guy's name. I don't know. Should I say it?
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
His
bleep it
Twitter
out.
is Michael Harriet. It doesn't matter. I don't care. So he goes, alternative theory. The monster in Bird Box is really racism. And then he goes into why.
The monster in Bird Box is racism. All right, keep going.
Right? So he goes, I'm going to go down the list of what he says. So he goes, first, it can't hurt you if you don't look at it. If you refuse to acknowledge it, you will survive. And he goes, it is starting to destroy the entire world. And he goes, Lil Rel tries to explain that it has been around since the beginning of time, but no one wants to listen. He's even writing a book about it, but despite all of his knowledge about racism, the only job he can get is at a grocery store. And he says, then there's the fact that the people who can see it are crazy, even though they only want everyone else to see it. The children have to grow up in a world and learn to deal with the dangers of racism. The only way to survive it is to listen. And says, then there's the birds that she gets from the grocery store. The only thing that can warn her about racism is literally sold as chattel and kept in a cage. This is the way I'm reading it off of Twitter. So he goes, then they discover there's a literal safe place, but the only way to get there is to go down the river. But at some point, someone is going to have to look. And Sandra Bullock is like, fuck that, ignore the racism. Matter of fact, ain't nobody looking. Then there's a lot of falling down. You gotta fall down in a horror movie. White people in horror movies always have weak ankles and their balance is trash. Yet somehow they always manage to outrun racism. It says, then they reach the racism-free safe space, and guess why racism can't hurt them? Because they are blind to racism. And the only reason sighted people are safe is because of the birds are still chattel kept in a cage. The birds aren't free, they're just in a bigger box. And it goes, now here's the thing. They didn't escape racism. They didn't kill racism. Racism is still all around them. When racism comes, they must still refuse to look. The point of Bird Box is that racism will never die. You can't escape it. It will eventually kill you. and your only hope is this. After all the white people betray you, when you're the last person on earth, just maybe that's when you'll listen to the black dude. And then he goes,
Holy.
and then he goes, it's about what many white people think of racism. They can't see it; they only see its effects, and think that it won't hurt them if they hide from it and separate themselves from the affected.
I mean, that nigga went into the only deep dive. Like, it's hard.
Yeah, he went-
it's hard to argue all of that shit at once. Like,
No,
nah,
yeah,
like,
but
I haven't even thought all that shit through.
the actual article, because this is him breaking it down on Twitter. Then he wrote an article breaking it down further, like every single part, like
Yeah.
how white privilege and all this other stuff. But I read it and I was laughing at it because it was funny because he writes it in a funny way.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he even goes into, he talks about like how he does it normally, and that one of the movies he did it for before was like Star Wars, where the one Force Awakens with the black dude, where he was like, the black dude is technically Nat Turner, where he's a slave. He's a slave, a stormtrooper who came out, and it was like this whole thing. So it's like he writes it in a funny way, and I find, but it's like obviously when you look through it through that lens, like it's gonna make sense, and if you write it any other way, it's gonna make sense for whatever lens you write it into.
Right.
But then I was watching the movie. And because I read his thing before I watched the beginning part of the movie, and I was like, "There's a lot of clues to what he's saying."
Yeah.
If you watch it back, and it was crazy. So I was just like,
All right, so I'll see the
So
movie
maybe we'll
again
have to
like
watch it
that,
again.
yeah.
I'll give you the article, read the full article, and then watch the movie again.
So, okay, so seeing the movie after having read that, do you feel like that is what that was the author's intentions?
No, I don't think so.
You just think that was a dope ass
coincidence
outlook on it.
And yeah, dope outlook. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't. It could be.
Do me a favor, find the Rugrats shit, cause that shit is interesting. Just put Rugrats, real story. I mean, true story, Angelica, cause that shit is crazy to me too. You grew up watching Rugrats, right?
Yeah, I
You
still
seen
love
Rugrats?
Rugrats.
Did you see that? What I'm talking about?
What do you mean, the conspiracy shit?
Yeah, the conspiracy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rugrats conspiracy, Angelica.
Oh, okay. So is it the one that says the name of the article says that the theory that the babies are all dead?
Yes. Yo,
Okay.
read that. Yo, peep this.
All right. So,
It should be in a list. Like,
well, the way. All right. So it goes here. For years now, there's been a theory about Rugrats babies circulating the internet. Okay, the theory extends from the childhood years into the all grown up spinoff and ends with Angelica dying of a drug overdose. But the main gist, it goes, Chucky died in 1986 along with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was born in 1988, but he was a stillborn, and that's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had a chance to live. The DeVilles had an abortion in 1990. Angelica couldn't figure whether it would be a boy or girl, thus creating the twins. Yeah. That's the gist of it. So it's saying that
they going deeper because I remember them bringing up Susie.
let me see, because this is just about them.
They were like
Okay.
that. Go ahead. You got
Hold
more?
on.
There's a part that says Susie was actually alive, and that's the only reason why Angelica didn't treat Susie like shit.
Oh, I see what you're
And,
saying.
and
Yeah.
Susie knew that Angelica was crazy, and I don't know.
Okay, right. So it goes the basics of the theory. It goes, everyone's favorite bossy baby Angelica dreamed up the Rugrats because she was lonely. Dale seemed to be the only baby that is also real, as he was the only one she can't make disappear when she becomes frustrated with him. He said, ever wonder why he was the only baby who didn't talk? And it says, it's because he was the only baby who was real. So if the other babies are figments of her imagination, where did they all come from? And it goes, Chucky died in a car accident. It says we all remember that Chucky's dad is a bit neurotic and that his mom died in a car accident. This theory suggests that Chucky died in a car accident as well, making Chucky's dad to be even more off kilter. It goes, when Chaz Finster goes to Paris, he meets a sex worker named Kira. He marries her and brings her back to America, but Kira loses custody of her daughter Kimmy when it's discovered that she's a sex worker and a drug addict. Angelica learns about Kimmy because Kira's always talking about her and missing her. Then it goes, Stu makes toys in the basement because Tommy was a stillborn, died at birth, so he's spending his time to deal with the grief. Angelica has a pretty dark history herself. According to the theory, the doll Angelica is always carrying around. The doll reminds her of her biological mother, who was a drug addict and is dead. Charlotte, on the other hand, her stepmother, is the opposite of her dead mother and is overly focused on her career. Though perhaps more functional, Charlotte never gives Angelica much love or attention, so Angelica feels lonely and she has to make up her friends to have fun. Perhaps people have to okay, and then it goes into Susie. It goes, Susie is Angelica's only real friend. She puts up with Angelica's imaginary friends because she understands that Angelica has a hard life and her imaginary friends are her coping mechanism.
Yo,
That's
son.
so crazy.
That's deep.
That's what your Bird Box theory reminded me of. That's fucking crazy. That shit made me want to cry for Angelica.
There's a lot of cartoons going back that, like, if you go back and you look, there's a lot of theories about a lot of cartoons, and it just mess up your whole childhood reading them joints.
That's crazy, yo. So what's going on with your life?
What's going on with my life? Nothing. I just finished school.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're married.
Married, yeah, going on 4 years.
Damn, that shit was fast, yo.
Yeah, next year is 4 years.
OD, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Big things.
Something like that. Yeah, nothing.
So how do you feel about finishing school?
I'm glad it's done. Like, even just
let the people know what you do.
I work. Well, I graduated with a bachelor's in technology, focusing on networking and.
So pretty much he's IT, my nigga. So he's IT. So if y'all niggas try to send me some fucking anonymous ass shit, I'ma figure that shit out because of this nigga.
Gonna call Jojo?
And I'ma pay this nigga 1 Bitcoin. Nah, chill. I mean,
don't tell the people that.
You know what? We gonna cut that off
Yeah,
because we're
don't
not
tell
even
the people
supposed to.
that.
Yo, what can you do that regular niggas can't do besides what I just mentioned that you can't do?
Nothing. I'm like, what I do at work right now is just normal break fix type stuff, like programs don't work, network don't work, stuff like that. We figure that stuff out. I code stuff, programs to work, to like install programs or uninstall programs, things like that.
This nigga said uninstall. No, come on, we can all do that.
No, to automate it. I'm talking about to automate.
But can you solder?
Can I solder?
Can you solder, bro?
Just say yes. Just say
No. I have a soldering machine at home. I've been wanting to try it, work with it, but nothing.
It's alright, baby steps, yo. What's your ultimate goal with this IT shit?
Well, I'm trying to get into cybersecurity more. I plan on getting my master's in cybersecurity, but that's about it. Just get there and get the money.
Yo, wouldn't it be crazy if like the ultimate IT nigga is a clown?
What do you mean?
Like the one who mastered all that computer shit is actually a clown.
Like a real clown.
Like a clown, or like
clown?
he's just corny clown?
Like the it clown.
That would suck.
Cause IT.
Oh, you stupid.
Oh, you
I just
stupid.
got it.
Fucking
I shouldn't
idiot.
have had to say that part, but yo. So tell me a little about yourself. I noticed you got the fake Yeezys on.
Wait, what do your tattoos say? Because I keep staring at them.
Well, this big one is in Latin. It says, "I'll either find a way or make one."
I like that.
Yeah, and then my only other one.
So what happens now?
We move on to the next tattoo.
Okay.
The other tattoo is just my mother's initials. I got that one. This is the last one. The second one I got. And then,
Keep the mic,
And then I got this one on my left arm with my wife at our first. Our first year anniversary. We both got the same
Matching
tattoo.
tattoos?
Yeah, same place.
Okay,
It's
so
our
for
wedding
those who
date.
don't know how to read Roman numerals, that says, for y'all who don't know how to read Roman numerals, that is XIXMMXV. So, I'm saying,
Yeah, so it's our wedding date. So we both got it. We went to Miami, for our first anniversary, and we got it done at the Miami Ink place. Lucky enough, we were able to see Ami, the main guy, there at the same time.
Yo, Joey, could
Does
you
she
stop
have it in
breathing
the
on the
same
fucking
place?
mic? Be like, damn, is that
No,
you?
they moved it to a bigger place, but down the block. So they had a small spot, and then they moved it over to a bigger location.
Yo, one of y'all niggas is breathing on the mic way too hard. I think it's you.
It's not me.
It's probably me.
But yo, okay. So what was your mom's? What? Yeah, you said your mom's initials. What was her initials? What are her initials?
Oh, MJ.
For
So-
what? I mean, for what? I mean,
Oh, her name was Marilyn or Marilyn Jiminian.
all right. Damn.
Jiminian,
That's-
if you want to say it in English.
Dominican. That
Jiminian.
sounds crazy Dominican. Was she Dominican?
Yes, she was. Well, she was from here, but her parents are Dominican.
All right.
My father was the real Dominican one. He was from the Dominican Republic.
Well, may she rest easy. She was an awesome person, awesome
Yep.
human being. So what else would you? Oh yeah, I noticed you got the fake Yeezys on. So
Ain't
let's
no
talk about
fake
those.
Yeezys. Don't
Oh,
play
no.
that.
Are they real or are they fake?
They are real.
Because you know I got the same
Okay.
shits.
I can pull up the receipt.
I can let you know right now if they from Canal.
I can pull up the receipt. Don't play.
Nah,
Check
from
them out,
here
check
they
them
look
out.
real. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What is this, a 9?
Don't hate.
I think so.
Nah, these is a fish.
No. You know how you can tell they real? Because I wasn't able to get the actual size I wanted, so I had to fit my foot in these shits.
At least you're honest.
So how much did you end up dropping for these?
Retail, $220.
Oh, okay. That's not
Yeah,
too bad.
I've never
I
bought
knew a
sneakers.
nigga that paid $600 for those to get it for some girl that he was trying to get with, and she ended up finding out that them shits was fake. So that nigga got for
No,
$600.
yeah, I heard-
Shout out.
I've heard a lot of people having problems with like certain websites. Like they'll order from certain websites and then they'll just get the joints fake.
What? How legit is StockX and Goat and all that shit?
I can't vouch for that because I've never bought from them, so I can't really say nothing. I
Okay.
don't want to implicate myself, so to speak.
No, it's
but
just what you think, what you've heard. It's not.
what I've heard a lot is like a lot of people vouch for it. Other people say like there's been instances where like let me give an example of something.
Because what
It's
I've heard,
they'll sell their sneaker to. So what happens is you tell StockX, hey, I got the sneaker, I want to sell it.
Right.
They sell it, but you got to send it to them so
Okay.
that they verify that the shits are real, right? And then when they verify it's real and somebody buys them, they put like a little tag on it that says, yeah, we verified it's real. Send it to so and so.
and then they give you your money.
And then they take a cut of it, right? So
Okay.
from what I heard, what happens is like it's a couple of scenarios. It'll be like, let's say legit you bought your sneakers from Foot Locker. Let's say you stood online, all that bullshit. You send it to them,
Yeah.
right? Then
They'll tell you your shit is fake.
no, they'll tell you your shit is real. Sell it to somebody, but give them a fake pair.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Wow, and they'll
Fucks
keep the real pair.
deed.
And then this is what happens. And the person sends it back to StockX, then they won't even send you back what you sent them.
Holy shit.
That's what I heard happens. That's like a bunch of complaints.
That is all right. Look, StockX. I want to give y'all niggas props because that shit is smart as fuck, my nigga.
That's fucked up.
So it's like
That's
it is fucked up. At the,
Because this
but
is
at
the
the end of
thing.
the
If you
day,
think about
you
it-
shouldn't be worried about sneakers that much anyway, son. Like, come on.
Because if you think about it, there's no way, there's nothing you can do to the sneaker to contain its integrity,
right.
but and also maintain that is yours, that it was legit, right?
Yeah,
So let's say
exactly. They don't
let's
have
say I
serial
got these-
numbers on it.
Exactly. Let's say I got these for legit, and I wanted to make sure that whoever got it next I knew it was real. I knew it was the right one. I could fucking put my
You can engrave
initials
something on
my
it.
initials on the inside of the insole, right?
Yeah.
But once they see that, it's fucked. You can't use it.
Yeah,
so there's
they-
nothing
so
you can
they-
really do to.
They
to-
thought of everything, pretty
exactly.
much.
So they
Wow.
like you said,
and you
it's a
heard
good-
this about StockX or Go or all of them shits.
specifically about StockX because that's
Okay.
how StockX works. Is you got to send it to them, they verify it, and they say that they authenticate.
Okay,
it and all that stuff.
well, to your point, I have heard that a similar story about that. In terms of StockX, not Go supposedly costs more, but this shit is more legit. I haven't really heard shady shit from Go. So
And they
it's-
do the same thing.
yeah, they
sort of.
Yeah,
But I
it's
think the only
same.
thing they don't do is like they don't like StockX puts like a little tag on the sneaker that says like, oh, this is authentic because
Yeah.
we verified it. It's like a little green tag that just hangs off the sneaker like a logo, and so people will get it and you'll see that it got the little thing on it and it means legit, but
So how into sneakers are you?
not that much. I only got these. I got these legit because I haven't been into sneakers like that for a while, up until like since we used to work at GameStop.
Yeah,
That's the GameStop. That's just whack. But
facts.
um,
Yo, we gotta talk about that shit later.
yeah, we do. So I haven't been into sneakers since then, But what do you call it? These I just like them, and I was just like, look, if I'm able to get them legit through the website, if I'm able to go through the whole process, I'll pay for them, because it's hard. Like literally, like, yo, dude, I was trying to get these. They have some exclusive ones that came out the other day. They're called, it's the same joints, but they're called static reflective. So they got this reflective material. Very limited. Shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So my
So
boy,
it costs $1 more to make with that shit.
yeah, no, but it's still, you still get it for retail. That's the thing. When you try to get them first, when they first come out, there's always retail. It's when you try to get them after they sell out, is when you pay in a grip.
Okay.
Right. So they would have been $220. So me and my boy from work was trying to get them while we were working, and while we were going about our stuff, we were doing some stuff. So he's trying to get them. I was like, screw it, let me just try to get it. If I get through, fuck it. So we're there waiting. It's like, it's supposed to go on, I think, at 12 on the dot, right? That's when they start selling them. I swear to you, the clock struck 12. We press refresh.
Sold out.
No, the fucking site crashed. Couldn't even get to the fucking
What
site.
website is this?
This one specifically was the Easy Supply website.
Okay.
So it was like, that's where they sell like all the Easy clothes and like the regular, like his clothing wear stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like literally site crash. So we're like refreshing. So we eventually get through,
And
but
it's
it's just like
sold
and you still get stuck. So then we both eventually get to a point where it's like, oh, you're in line to pay for them, right? We were able to pick our size, all that. 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, still shit. And it tells you don't refresh. So like a good hour passed. I'm like, look, it's already past 1, 2 o'clock or whatever. I'm just like, there's no way these joints. I was like, let me refresh this shit. Sold out.
Yeah.
I
That
was just
sounds
like-
about right.
So I was just like, damn. And then the next day, the non-reflective, so same style but just non-reflective, came out. I was like, I don't want them shits, man.
Do
I
you
want-
ever plan on reselling?
Oh no, because I've been using these shits like crazy.
There are people that'll still buy
But would
them.
you buy a pair and resell them?
Oh yeah, but that's what I was gonna do with those, because those were they only made a certain amount of pairs.
Yeah.
So they were going. I was looking for the prices of them, like reselling, and they were going for like $1,000. So that would have been a crazy come up, 5 times
Got you.
come up.
Right. Okay. That's interesting.
Actually, know a 14-year-old boy who buys them for about $220 and sells them for $600.
Yeah, this is fucking
Yeah.
crazy. And I feel like doing that, if you do that on a constant basis, that's the easiest way to make a lot of money. Instead of trying to go for the high prices.
Who does that?
Stephanie's son. Jadalin's friend's mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I feel like that's the best. Like if you do that, if you have a set price where it's like, all right, if they cost $220, I'm just gonna sell them for $700, and it's just always somebody's always gonna buy them for that amount.
Yeah.
Even when the other pairs are more, that's the easiest way to make your money. If you think about it, if you just say, okay, $220, I'm gonna sell it for $700, that's $500 more, or $720 or whatever, $500 more, and you just all your sneakers are like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna go easy. You're gonna make a lot of money that
Of
way.
course.
But when you try to go, oh, these are going for like $1,000, $1,200, da da da. I'm gonna put it at the same price everybody else got. It's not. It's gonna sit there.
Right.
Wait.
Okay.
That's
so,
actually smart.
So your wife is your first.
Yeah.
That's a
We
very.
just went from sneakers
That's a very rare
to
story.
first.
That's a very rare story, and I think that shit is very special. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about how. First of all, congratulations on that unique ass situation.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, I'm
How
serious.
old are you?
'cause-
I am 28.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah, let's talk about that.
What about it?
You never smashed before your wife, right?
Never.
Okay. You never even sucked pussy before your wife, right?
No.
Okay. I mean, obviously you ain't sucked dick before your wife. You never did anything before your wife, right? You made out with girls
Made
before?
out. Made
Okay.
out. But
You sucked titties before?
no.
Damn, so this is very rare and unique, and y'all need to, really appreciate things like this, because, see, I had a girl back in the day when I was like 17, and I would have never cheated on this chick, man, because this was like my first real girlfriend, and it was my first fuck. And I smashed her after high school. I wanted to wait till I got married. She didn't want to wait. Her thought ass.
Is this
And,
what I think it is? No, it's not.
it's-
Okay, yeah.
And so she didn't want to wait, whatever. And so I gave her the beats, and yo, it's crazy because I was never jealous. Like, I'm still not jealous. Like, she could tell you, but for one day I was jealous. The day after I smashed her, I got jealous because I will never forget. We was watching this LL Cool J video called Headsprung, and yo, this bitch said she never spoke about niggas. Like she was never like, oh, he's cute, whatever. And even if she did, like with celebrities, I wouldn't care. But so this motherfucker's like rapping, you know, his whack raps is LL Cool J, and he's like, yo, the head sprung shit, the whack ass hook, the head sprung, and the nigga mad strolic and shit, and she like, yo, he looks mad good, and that was the first and only time ever wherein a woman said something and my hand cocked back. Like, I didn't hit her. I didn't hit her. I didn't do shit. But it cocked back, and I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like yo, you alright? And yeah, but anyway, I don't know how I got there, but I never cheated on her. Nothing. She used to like accuse me of wanting to. And no, I never cheated. I would have never done that. She eventually cheated on me with 3 niggas. And, you know, then I found out how women really are. And then I turned into who I am today, which not anymore because I'm good money. But no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make it seem like I'm doing shit. Right? We're not. So, yeah, I think your situation is fire because that's actually your first. And when you tell me that you don't cheat, I believe you because I could have been that guy. So I want to just give you mad props for that. There's one person in this world who doesn't cheat. That is my nigga JoJo. And me. But I had to go through shit before I stopped. You just never cheated. So there's one nigga in the whole world who's never cheated.
Just one? You think there's just one nigga in the entire world?
Obviously not just one, because you know there's a parallel to everything.
There's a couple of men out there.
Yeah, there's like 2. Cheat. Exactly, a couple.
It's a couple.
And we never gonna meet the next one.
It's a couple.
All right, yo. So
it was. I don't know. It's you know. I don't know what to say about it, really. It's nothing crazy.
Well, you can say thank you because I congratulated you.
Thank you. I already said thank you, but no, I don't.
Is your wife?
No, she had her time before me.
Okay.
But which I find it better that way to me, because it's just me learning, but it's all good.
I think that was smart of you to you know. Get with somebody who, you know, because obviously I shouldn't work out with mine. Like, I was her first too.
Yeah.
And she still felt the need to explore on some Doris shit. So,
No, but it also gives, the thing is that it also gives my wife the peace of mind of what you're saying, is that I won't cheat because...
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So, and I don't know, I think it's amazing, you know. And you guys like learn new things together too, right?
Yeah, I would say.
You guys,
How's your sex life?
It's fine. It's okay.
So what are some obstacles that come from your being her first?
No,
I mean her being your first. What are some obstacles that come from that? Like, is she like, yo, nigga, you supposed to be on this level, but at this point?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
I would say, I guess at first it was just like figuring out what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
And figuring her out. But I would say she would say that I figured her out.
How many sessions did it take for you to be like, all right, I'm confident with what I'm doing?
I would say a few.
Yeah.
Because you get into a rhythm kind of thing of what you do. Because back then, it was like I was living what, in my aunt's house, I think it was, and then at some point I was living by myself in the Bronx.
Okay.
So it wasn't easy to get shit done, so to speak. But when we have the space, that's when you get the time to figure shit out.
And your current living situation, y'all live alone or y'all live with, you know, other people?
We live together. I don't want to go into that.
Okay. So y'all could, when y'all smash, you have to.
No.
All right, so let's just dub that. Okay, so all right, moving on to like more important shit.
What made you propose?
That is a story. So
Yeah, let's go.
Let's hear it.
All right, let me think about how to break. So essentially, we came to like we were at the point where we decided to get married. It was like we had already been talking about, like, you know, joking about being married, stuff like that, and then we talked about it one day, and it was like we were thinking about like my situation, like trying to finish school and stuff like that. And we were just like, hey, we should just do it. Like, fuck it, we'll just go City Hall, get the stuff done, and let's just do it. Like, we know we're gonna get there eventually. Let's just speed up the process, so to speak. And then so when we decided to do it, she was like, okay, we're doing this, but you need to propose. Like, I need a formal proposal. So I planned it out, right? And I was gonna do it at the beach. Yeah, I was gonna do it at the beach, and it was all cool, and I had to plan and all that. And like the week during, right? So it was like we were gonna go to the beach on the weekend, Saturday, let's say. Sometime during that week, I don't remember the day. She sits me down, and she starts to have a conversation with me, and she's like talking and saying things, and it gets very, emotional, and then she proposes to me.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
damn, that's fire. That's fire.
What do you guys think about a woman proposing to a man?
I think that's fire.
You think it's fire?
I think that shit is fire. For other niggas, I don't want.
Okay.
I don't want.
Let's be clear.
I don't want my woman proposing to me because I'm gonna say no.
I will hope so.
But the fact that what you talking about right now? I'm saying it's fire because he actually wanted to get married, and for somebody like him who wants to get married, that shit must be a fire ass feeling. Like, yo, she proposed to me.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Joey?
but she proposed to me.
What do you think? What do you think?
It depends.
If proposes to you, what you gonna say?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's with that.
Hell yeah. Oh, you are?
Not with. If it's a certain person, yeah.
Okay, still see me. I want to propose to you.
Okay.
Not now.
I don't want
It's
it
been a
now.
perfect moment, right?
I don't want it
But
now.
if I marry anybody in this world, it's gonna be
It
you.
better be me.
Yeah.
No, so
Gotta be me.
so what do you call it? No, so she essentially did it because she told me that I was taking too long.
What was your
Oh
first?
shit, that's
What was
funny.
your first reaction when she popped the question?
No, it was funny, like not funny, like because the stuff she was saying, like I don't remember exactly, but it was kind of like about our future.
That's a real friend.
Yo, there was just this Joe Budden podcast where Rory had some shit. Episode 207, that nigga had some shit on his head. Nigga Budden never told that nigga. And I know he saw that shit. Ruined the whole podcast for me. Go ahead.
Just to focus on that. So no, I didn't. I appreciated it. It was nice, but it was like the stuff she was saying was really nice. It was like real stuff, emotional stuff about the future and so on and so forth. And it was just like we were crying and stuff. And then like
That's fine.
and then she just like got on her knee and actually like.
Oh,
But we weren't. It wasn't like we were standing up and she got on her knee. Like we were sitting down like this.
it don't matter, nigga.
So yeah. So
Then you turn around and pop the question after?
Yo, what
No.
man can say that? How many niggas can
So-
say that? Yo, my girl proposed to me, nigga. Like, your girl don't even love you, nigga. That's crazy.
No, so no, but I still went through with my plan and did it at the beach and stuff like that. But that became a shit show, and we make fun of it to this day.
Why did it become shit show?
It was a whole shit show. So
Was
the
mad windy
plan,
and shit?
huh?
Was mad windy and shit?
No, that's part of it, but it wasn't too windy. It was just like, so I did the whole like, will you marry me in the sand? And then, so then she doesn't like public displays like that. Like she doesn't want to be the center of attention like that. So her sister was playing music, and then I was trying to like say my like whole emotional words and all that other jazz. And when she realized what was going on, she just kept saying like no, like because it was like out in the thing, and I was just like chillax, let me get through this. And then by the time she like stopped talking, I lost my train of thought. The words that came out sounded ridiculous, and I was just like, all right, let me just get on my fucking knee.
So
and
her
propose.
proposal was better.
Her proposal was definitely better.
Okay.
Give props to her.
Yeah, she does
So,
get props, but it was kind of annoying because it was just like because now it's just like she's always like she proposed first. I'm like yeah, but that's because you were impatient. So either way,
Yeah, your wedding was fire too.
oh yeah, the wedding was fire.
Um,
The wedding was super fire, and that I'll tell you was crazy because that came together in like 2 weeks,
wow.
something like that. Like I would say 2.5, 3 weeks. It was like
2 weeks after the proposal?
no. So we had the first conversation about getting married. We agreed August.
Yeah.
Right? A couple weeks later, that's when she proposed and I proposed. Then we were initially just gonna be like, let's just go to City Hall, figure the, just get the certificate, have like the main family stuff, have the main family there, do it, get it over with, bam.
Yeah.
Then, some people found out that it was gonna go on. They're like, no, you can't do it this way. You gotta do it this way. You know, let's do this.
That's love.
And it became a whole spiel.
Yeah.
And so then you know, shout out to my wife's family. They're the ones that, you know, helped set it all up and and it was just crazy. And then it all came to it went from literally just being like, we're gonna go to City Hall with a bunch of people to we got a place to like, is a fucking party going.
Facts.
And it was bugged out too because the DJ, we didn't get till like the last minute, right?
Okay.
And the reason we didn't get
That DJ was cool. I still talk to him to this day.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I knew him. I had class with him, and I remember him speaking about DJing.
Yeah.
And he had given me his card
Wow.
in school.
Progress.
So I hit him up. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if you can, like. And he was like, I was like, first, I was like, do you remember? He's like, yeah, you know, so on and so forth. And I gave him the whole spiel. And he was like, you know what? I got you.
All right,
And
you said spiel twice. It's spiel.
Same difference.
Nah, it's fucking with me. But go ahead.
So I tell him, and he's just like, oh, I'll do it for you. I got you. Don't even worry about paying me. So he was
Wow.
like,
that was nice.
You still paid him though, right?
yeah, we still gave him some.
That's
And
real.
then, so then he came through, and if you remember, he had the party going crazy.
He was good. He was really good.
Bugged out. So yeah, and it was good. And then, yeah, the party was good. It was a really fun party. I had some family, had friends. You know, I had Zen gave a speech. I remember Zen gave a speech.
Oh shit, I did. Yeah.
right after Anderson.
Anderson had a fire speech.
Anderson, I had fire speech. I still got it in my Google Drive. So somebody recorded it. Hilarious.
Yeah, that nigga shit was fire.
Everybody knows him as the drunk speech guy now. Like whenever we speak about him, it's like, oh yeah, the guy that gave the drunk speech.
Yeah, nigga totally made my shit look trash. But yo,
Yeah, he definitely did.
but so what advice do you have for those married that have been married for as long as you've been married?
Or for those planning to get married.
Well, no, for those married that have been married for as long. I don't know.
No, definitely. Patience.
Don't do it.
No.
Warning.
Patience. A lot of patience and a lot of communication. Because when you get to that point and you guys are like, you're essentially one, you got to make sure that you move as a team.
Okay.
And everything, and you can't be like hiding shit, like nothing like that. Like I had to learn the hard way, obviously. And it's just, you got to make sure you always.
What do you mean you had to learn the hard way? What were you hiding?
Just certain things like stupid shit that
Like what?
I don't want to say,
All right.
but
So you still hiding shit?
no. She knows what I was hiding because I got caught.
I'm dead.
So
What was
no,
it, like fetish porn or some shit?
nah, not stuff like that. So no, so then it's just like, you know, and then it's just making sure that you know you come together, because I know there's like a lot of people that they like to keep things separate, things like that.
Yeah.
Or move is like, you know, even though we're together, it's like I'm me and you and da da da, so all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, when you get married, you gotta be moving together. Like if
In sync.
exactly, like two people are two
All the way,
halves.
all the way to the back streets.
In 98 degrees, yeah.
Ooh, with the dooski. I like that shit, but yo.
So no, like I feel like, you know, two people is like two halves of a car,
Yeah.
and like the long way, not the front back, like left and right,
Okay.
right down the middle, and it's like you can't split the car up,
Right.
You can't split the car up like that, and it's just like I feel you got to make sure that everything you do is for making sure that the car gets to the finish line, whatever that
I like
finish
that.
line is.
I really like that. I'm sure you like that?
I like it.
My nigga Graphic, you like that?
Graph, I don't give a fuck.
Word. Okay, so let's
What's
talk.
the difficult thing about marriage?
Difficult?
Man, we can cut out whatever you
No,
want. to
yeah,
cut
no,
out.
yeah.
Just say it. Just say whatever you feel.
No, just I would say that, and this is one of the things that breaks up a lot of marriages is like dealing with financial stuff, because that's the kind of stuff that that gets people screwed up, So
Okay.
so that's that is like being honest about that kind of stuff, and that is the main thing. Is for me, that's one of the ones.
Being honest about that type of shit, about what you make, what you spend. I totally agree, my nigga.
Whatever.
But no, you know what I respect, because you guys have been in both positions, right? Like where she's been holding you down, and you've been holding her down, right?
No, actually, she's been holding me down the longest.
Crazy.
Well, for like since we've been together, her and her family have been holding me down, and
Okay.
super appreciative of it. And it's like I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for them.
But
kind of
at the
shit.
same time, you're about to be like this IT nigga making bank.
But that's the
So
end.
that's what y'all have to understand. Like
That's the
there's
end.
a lot of there's a lot of you impatient motherfuckers that's like your spouse ain't making shit, and y'all don't hold them down, but they can hold you down. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you also have to determine if this nigga's never worth it. Because niggas be wanting you to hold them down. They never get to that
And
point
you have to be
where
in
they
a good
balance it out.
place
So
with
you,
yourself
yeah,
financially
exactly.
to hold
Yeah, like-
someone else down.
Like literally, when I got together, when me and my wife got together, when we were like boyfriend girlfriend, she was like legit. This is like, if you want to be with me, this is what gotta go down. My family gotta like you. I got that down.
You gotta eat the ass.
I'm not gonna go into that. So but no, she didn't
I
say
guess
that.
he
She did not
does.
say that.
Well,
I guess he eats ass.
who?
Jojo.
Oh, why? What he say? Because he's
No,
I'm not
saying
getting
that-
into
What
that.
he say? He's not gonna get
No,
into
I'm saying
it,
that
like-
she didn't say that then.
Oh,
So-
so now we know she said it later.
You stupid.
I know.
So no, you don't cut that. So freaking no, she was like, you got my family has to like you, and you gotta be on my level, like education wise. Because at the time I had taken a break from school. I was working like crazy for the UPS store in Midtown, and thanks to him.
Wait, what? I got you that job?
Yeah, you got me that job.
Oh, I did. Yo, I be getting so many. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it because there's niggas out there that be saying that I throw
gotta
shit in
throw it
niggas'
in their
faces.
face, so let's
And
just
yeah, so,
keep
but
going.
no. Serious sidebar though. Like if you're in a position to be able to get people jobs, no matter how you do it, because I didn't even remember getting this nigga a job. Now I remember because I was fucking from UPS. Wait. She's like,
No, you
let's
were.
run that back. Oh, yes, I was, nigga. I was fucking.
Oh yeah.
And I fuck.
The what do you call it? So
ADD
she was
is
like,
crazy.
my family gotta like you, and you gotta get on my level school wise. So within like I think maybe a year or so of us dating, I got back into school part time. Then
What's up? Oh,
so within a year or so of us starting to date, then I started school part time, and then what do you call it?
you want to just take it? You want to just take it? All right. So the baby wants the mommy.
So where was I at? So yeah, so I started school part time, and then what I was doing was I started with one class, then I up to two, and I kept going as I felt like I could do more. I did more. So when I graduated, right before I graduated with my associates, I left my job, and that's when she started to hold me down.
Okay.
That was right after. It was after I got married. It was after we got married. A few months after I got married, she was like, "All right, you gotta hit the next part of your school shit like full throttle."
Yeah.
So that from there I went full time, fall, spring, summer, like constantly, and then
Yeah.
now I just finished. So within 2.5 years I finished that.
That's dope.
And she's been holding me down, and now it's like I got like you said, get to the money, so now I can hold her down. That kind of
Okay, so backtracking a little bit, how was your experience at UPS?
The UPS store was It was an experience. I'll tell you that.
You
much.
met your wife from UPS, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, not at the same branch, but through the company. Right?
Exactly. So the
So let's go
so,
back to your early
so-
days at UPS.
so to explain the UPS store. UPS is the company. Yeah, the
He
UPS
wasn't one of the
stores are
drivers.
UPS stores are franchises that you can ship packages out of. But the UPS is the actual company that deals with the shipping logistics. That's the word
Okay.
that they like to use. Logistics.
I like that. Yo, for all you hood niggas, logistics means those keyboard companies that are really good that they're very reliable. Wired or wireless.
So they deal with that stuff. So yeah, when I started working there, I was just retail associate number 6,000 type,
Yeah.
and I was chilling. Then I think about a year or so in, I was like sort of like an assistant manager type joint, and that's when I think maybe 2 years in, I was like assistant manager, sort of managing the shop that I was at.
How
And
were your
then
managers?
The managers were cool.
How was
She was cool. I didn't work with her that long until she left shortly after I got there. Like her and the people I was working
so?
with.
How did so you got that job? How I spoke to
I don't remember what you did. I just remember you called me one day. I was home. This is when I lived in Chatterton, like in about
Ooh,
Bruckner.
Chatterton. Let's go. Shout out.
I hate that place, but
Facts.
what do you call it? You called me. You was like, "Yo, go down to this place. You gotta be there like 8 fucking sap." And so I had to find some good clothes, go down there, and
Yo, that's real friendship, B. Like, I ain't trying to throw shit in niggas' faces, but y'all niggas gotta be real friends, yo. Nothing says you a friend like he is money. This is a way to make money.
And that's true. And if you remember, that was only it was only literally a couple months after I had quit from GameStop, and you were still at GameStop,
Yeah.
and you got me that.
We need to talk about GameStop, too, because
That's
that shit
another
was
one.
crazy.
So you told me to go down there, and what do you call it? You told me to go
Oh,
down.
mind you, you quit GameStop just on
a
some,
whim, yeah.
On a whim, like on some impulsive shit, yo.
Yeah.
Because you were just tired of management, right?
Exactly.
Just tired of
Yeah. Not that specifically. Not him specifically. Yeah.
But yeah, like so what he had you doing? Just like
No, it
loading
was
boxes OD or like what?
Nah, I remember it was just like
Yo, let's talk about GameStop first, yo.
okay. we'll
So
get it.
GameStop. So,
when we worked for GameStop,
so when we worked for GameStop, we was yo.
this
let's
was
go
what
from the
this was PS3 days, right?
Yeah,
It was like right before PS3 came out, or right after PS3.
I think it was right after PS3 came out.
Right
'Cause I
after
remember getting the job. I remember being interviewed by some nigga named some nigga from the 125th Street location
Yeah.
that he eventually like smashed. I don't nobody to know. What's that nigga's name? He was like brown skin. Eventually, we seen that nigga on this commercials and shit.
Damn, I don't remember.
It was like Juan, or it was like one of those.
I don't remember the name.
Was it
The-
Jose?
I don't know.
Well, whatever, nigga. This
There's always
nigga
a Jose
interviewed
in
me.
management.
What year
though.
was this?
Okay,
Oh,
so
this was like 2000. Let me see. Fuck.
this was 2007.
Yeah,
like,
2007, between 2007 and 2009, I think it was.
Yeah,
Something like that.
I know that.
Yes, no, because when I started the same year that I started working at the UPS store, that's when the whole situation with my mother happened. So that was
okay.
2010. So I was right before that. So 2009 is when I left. So it was, and I was there 2 years in total.
Okay, so it was like,
2007 to 2009.
and I was there like the same amount of time.
Yeah, because you came shortly after I did.
Exactly.
But I
So-
was with GameStop longer because I was working the seasonal before
right.
at another store.
Exactly, and then you was so nice they wanted to keep you. Gotcha.
Exactly, because I'm the shit.
Facts. I agree.
So you guys met at GameStop?
We met at GameStop. Yeah.
And it was the best fucking shit ever.
Yo, it was like the best years of
The best years of working at
his
GameStop.
life.
Best
I
years
had,
working at GameStop.
I had whatchamacallit, I had a great job at American Apparel as a district manager and shit. And
Which was better?
GameStop because of this nigga. I'm not even gonna lie. American Apparel was dope, but I wasn't single. I had Vanessa, the one that I, my first fuck that I was loyal to, and that shit was trash because I couldn't cheat because I was naive back then. I
And
thought
you used to get good shit back then.
yeah, I used to steal clothes like crazy. And I used to think cheating was a bad thing, so I still do now, But like, like back then it was like super bad. Like I thought I was going to hell and shit like that. But But yeah, so
I remember that.
yeah, I had a great thing. You know, one of my boys at the time, his name is Lester. This nigga sold me a computer that he didn't tell me was stolen from a fucking school. So the nigga.
This is a fucked up story.
Yeah, so this nigga
And
dead ass.
It was funny is that we're circling around to why you left American Apparel to then why you went into GameStop.
Yeah, exactly. So this nigga sold me a computer, a laptop. You know, this was around the time where I was shitting on Apple hard. Like to this day, I don't like Apple. That shit is trash to me. But it's good for like certain things. But other than the video editing and like certain music software or just certain like apps, it's like a big ass toy for kids to me. Like it's just trash. But so those were my time, like my days where I knew a lot about Apple, but I never owned an Apple computer. Like my cousin E. Like my cousin Erica, she used to have an iMac. She had like one of them bubbly purple joints, like the first ones that were like super advertised, and you know they were always good at that, like advertising, but they was trash, and so I used to tell people like, yo, used to try to shit on my Acer computers and all my other laptops and I'm like, this shit is fire. You can say what you want with your stupid G book or whatever the fuck that shit was called.
Get to the story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got ADD. This is what I do. So anyway, long story short, the nigga sold me a fucking laptop that was stolen. Like he was like, yo, so I got a book. What's that shit called? What's some G5, G4? It was a G4 at the time.
It was like the MacBook G something.
Yeah, it was some shit. She was fire. Like for it's like to regular niggas.
How much you sold it to you?
I think 300. And
that should have been the giveaway right there.
yeah, I know, but you know, he was my friend. So I thought he was giving me a nice little deal and shit. So niggas sold that shit to me. I take that shit to work. You know, remember I'm like doing the district payroll and I'm in district payroll, whatever. So I'm doing work for the company, and that shit gets flagged by the fucking company in California, by the headquarters, as a stolen computer. Because it turns out that shit was stolen from the school. So the Department of Education,
it had like LoJack on it, right? Something like that.
I don't know, but the Board of Ed got right on my ass. And somebody was asking me for my IP address, and I found that shit mad weird. And I was like, all right. So I remember calling up one of my boys. I don't know. I think it was him. Like, yo, how do you change your IP address or whatever? Or maybe it was somebody else. But he taught me how to do it, and that shit did not work. So you know, long story short, cops came to my door and shit. I mean, to the job while I was working. They was like, "This is your computer?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "That's cool. You coming with us, my nigga?" And I'm like, "Yo, what happened, nigga?" So I started crying and shit. I'm like, "Yo, I'm really going to jail." Like, I never been to jail, so I didn't know the difference between jail and prison. I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna get raped. Like, I gotta fucking keep my asshole super clenched, which I'm good at." But I'm like, "Yo, I don't know what's gonna happen." So these niggas that ass take me away. I'm crying. I'm telling my nigga. Mind you, before that, I tell my nigga Lester, I'm like, yo, I think these niggas is on to me. Is this computer stolen? And he's like, I mean, you good. And I'm like, yo, but like, am you sure I'm gonna be alright? Because I feel like I'm gonna go to jail. He's like, you gonna be good. Like, stay right there. You good. And I wasn't good. So then, you know, I get out of, you know, jail and shit. Spent like,
how long were you there?
I think like 1 day or 2 days. I don't remember. I think it was one.
You didn't call nobody to get you, right?
Or weekend. I don't know what it was.
You didn't call nobody to get you. I think you remember that because you didn't want to like freak out your moms. Or something.
Yeah, I didn't want to freak out my mom. I called my sister, and then, but it doesn't matter. But the point is, this nigga like
that got you fired from
that got me fired because I had haters at American Apparel who wanted me gone, so they would just looking for any excuse to get me out of there. So they got me out of there due to that. I got the job at GameStop due to the chick that cheated on me with 3 niggas because her sister. She actually was cool with me, and she, they did it as a favor for me. So I got the job. I wasn't supposed to get it because I had the pending case, so she got niggas to overlook that shit. Then, the best time was like meeting this nigga. This nigga was like, I remember he was like younger than me, and he was like so smart to me. Like, I'm like, yo, you a smart ass dude for being like younger than me. Like, I know niggas my age that are just. You way smarter than them niggas in my circle. No offense to you, Graf, and you, because I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other niggas. And, like Lester. And, so now I meet this nigga. We got, like, similar, we weren't even similar. We just got accustomed to each other. I started learning his ways. He started learning my ways. And then eventually, we were just 2 intelligent niggas that... When you get 2 intelligent niggas at a company that's not paying you a lot, What you think is gonna happen?
Oh my god, dude, the pay in GameStop was so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They still speak about it to this day. When you look up like worst companies to work for,
Yeah.
it's always GameStop. And I swear to you, when I left that job, I was getting paid, and this is I don't know the exact number, but it was something like $9.28.
Damn.
I'm just like,
And you were in
Granted-
SGA, right?
I think I was just under. I wasn't officially an SGA. I think something
That's
like
crazy. So an SGA is a senior game advisor. See, look, think about those
That.
words, nigga.
That's like assistant manager.
That's like assistant shit. Like you got game advisor, which is a GA, which is lowest on the totem pole. You got SGA, which is senior game. That means you've been lowest on the totem pole for a long time.
So they gave you an upgrade.
Yeah, so you're a senior now. You old, nigga. You got the assistant manager,
And then manager.
and then you got the manager.
So now the thing that I find ridiculous about it is the 28 cents came as a raise.
Crazy. Oh, so you telling us now why you quit?
No, that's not why I quit.
Okay.
So it's just I just find it like ridiculous. And then the other part about GameStop was the ridiculous with the hours. Like the way the hours got distributed. You remember that bullshit?
Well, I eventually started distributing it, and fucking, I looked out for my niggas.
No, you definitely did. But it was just ridiculous, and it was a stupid ass system, and they still do it to this day.
They had bad joints coming through though, like to help us out, like to work and stuff.
Oh yeah, they always
Yeah, like they had the Brazilian joint. They had they had that used to call with the fat ass with always wore the leggings and shit. They had who was cool. Who remember I got her in trouble with her man by
Yeah, I
mistake.
remember that
By
one.
mistake, cause
because it's jealousy.
nah, it wasn't even that. Like, yo, this chick, we used to do shit in the back of in the stockroom and shit. And so one day I'm an idiot, yo. Like I hit her up on Facebook, and I'm like, yo, what up? She's like, yo, who's this? I'm like, yo, come on, stop playing. And she's like, nah. Like, from where do I know you? And I'm like, yo, stop being stupid, yo. Like, you know me, nigga.
And again, that should have been the tell that some shit was up.
Yo, facts. So yeah. Anyway, let's get off that.
So when we were working at GameStop, it was fire. It got fire when I became sort of like the SGA, and we were like me, you, and D were like top of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Cause we was just doing whatever the fuck we wanted there.
Then we had NIEs running around.
Yeah, and it was just straight fire. It was just we'd be in the store late to whatever time we wanted, stuff like that.
Got extra hours for doing dumb shit. Oh my God, they used to give us these quotas.
Oh my god.
Yo, let me tell you something. They had these things. They still have them because I be going to GameStop. I be dubbing all that shit when they ask me. But so what they do? Okay, in that store they sell new games and they sell used games, right? So they have this thing where like, so first of all, for used games, you get jack shit, B. Like if you just bought a game right now for $65, you could let's say like,
give you
oh
like
shit, I bought the
35.
wrong game. I lost the receipt. Oh, well, it's all right. You can sell it now for 35 or 20, depending on what that is.
Depending on the game.
If it's a sports game, nigga, oh my god. So they dub you completely. Like you just lost money when you didn't even open the game. You just lost the receipt. You're still in the wrapping, but now it's used. So you already,
Wow.
yeah, word.
No. With the receipt, you were fucked. If you opened it and even if you came back with the receipt and it was brand new, like you just got it, you get fucked. And they fuck you if you got the last game that was available, which is always the display one, because they make you open one. They make you open one, right? When you get them brand new in the fucking box, they say take one out, put the case up for display because people gotta see
People
it.
gotta see it.
And sometimes they'd be like 3. They would like get 3 out there.
Yeah,
Thing.
depending how big the store is or how popular it is.
That's it. So they'll be like get 1 to 3 out there. So you got 3 fucking games that are brand new.
that are brand new but open. So now we sell it to you as open, but we can't take it back because it was open.
Exactly.
But you weren't the one who opened it.
Right.
No, but the person that bought it wasn't the person.
Yeah.
That bought it.
So I figured out a way to take advantage of that.
Oh, so we going into that. Do we get into that whole shit? I was gonna say because
Let's just make a long story short. Grand larceny. That's all you have to know. But yo, so there's this other thing. They used to do subscriptions where you could pay $15 to get 10% off or 10% more depending on whether you're selling or buying used games. So for instance, let's say Grand Theft Auto is like $60 new. it'll be like $50 used, and if you have this card, you'll get it for like 48.
Yeah,
So-
it'd be like the. I think it was like they give you like something like 15% off, but then you still get charged like the fucking 8% tax.
Yeah, and let's
so
say
it's still really
and
only
let's
like
say
a
you want to
small
sell the
percentage.
game back, you'll sell it for like 30. But if you had the card, you'll
You
sell
get
it for like 35.
yeah.
But that's credit. That's not
Yeah,
cash.
if you took
if you want to
cash-
sell it cash, it's like 25. And if you use the card, it's 25, nigga. Like niggas ain't giving you no cash, b. You still gonna be in the hood all your life. So yo,
you remember the, wait before I hate to do this, but you remember the dorky kid that you used to make fun of?
oh, there was this kid, yo, all the time. This nigga only wanted 2 games, b. Only. Nigga, the 2 games nigga wanted was Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit or whatever.
Budokai.
Budokai. Oh my, yo, stop. They used to walking like this, yo. Oh, you got that Dragon Ball Budokai Dragon Ball thing?
No way.
That's not nice.
That's exactly
Man had teeth. Like this nigga had teeth for days, b. Everybody going Budokai. WrestleMania Budokai. I'm like, yo, son, what the fuck? How many Budokais you want, my nigga?
Literally, this is what he would do, Michelle. No lie, he'd get the game. They had a policy that you could return the game if it was used. If you could return the game
Within 7 days and get another one.
and for the same price or more, and pay
That
the
nigga would be
difference.
like, I'm coming over here to sell the Budokai. I'm gonna make trade Budokai 2. I'm like, all right, good. What you want? What you want to trade it for? What you want to trade for the Budokai 2? He's like, I want to trade the Budokai 2. Can you just send me back the Budokai 2? I need a new machine. Budokai 2,
Literally,
Budokai 3.
yeah, dude,
I'm like, yo,
every
son,
week it'd be like he'd pay like $15, get a used game,
son.
come back on the 6th day with the receipt. He's the only person that I remember having that receipt intact all the fucking
But
time.
I think he's forgetting. One day I got so tired of this Budokai nigga that I bought him the game, nigga. I bought him the game so he would never come back. You know what this nigga did? I bought him the game. I never wanted to see this nigga. This nigga started doing the same shit with
another
Budokai
game?
3.
you got
Yeah,
the Budokai
but
game.
fuck all that. Oh, but I had this. We had this scheme that I came up with. So they had this subscription that you could buy for $14, so you get 10% off. And not only was it trash for the customer, a whack deal, but it was a whack deal for us. Because if we didn't get customers to adhere to this shit, to get this, we looked bad. And we wouldn't get like raises, or even though we never got
Or
raises,
hours for the
we
store.
wouldn't get out. Yeah, we would get less hours. They would appoint you hours. Like they would tell the manager, "Yo, this
Your
week,
store.
y'all have 200 hours,
To
and you'll have to
distribute
distribute 200 between like 6 niggas."
Right? No, yeah. So then the manager
Always got
the-
40.
No, the manager always got 40, but his didn't count. I think because it wasn't his salary.
Yeah, but then there's sometimes there's like 2 assistants or an assistant which
And
got
assistant-
40.
No, exactly. Assistants had to get 35 off the bat. So imagine you got, let's say, we used to get 100 hours. We never got up to 200. We got, I think, like the most maybe 150.
Right, no, but we would get 200 if there was more employees, like 6, and that's way too much to distribute.
Exactly. So it'd be like the assistant manager get 35. The person under him got to get at least 30, so that there's backup, so to speak. And
That's
then
already 75 or 65.
65. So then that's 65 out of, let's say, 150. That only gives you 90 hours for like 4 other people.
Well, no, we talking about 100 hours, so yeah, that gives you less. Now you got 35 hours to distribute,
And you're only getting paid $9 an hour, right?
and you got
Exactly.
3 other employees. So niggas
Exactly.
is getting 8 hours, 15 hours, 10 hours.
They be working
and,
like 2 days a week, and that's it.
and they be slaving them niggas. Like when they're there, they're treating them like they're getting top pay. But yo, so let's get back to this magazine shit. So there's this magazine subscription. So what I started doing is this is what I started doing. Let's say niggas was like bringing in, we giving this one away?
Yeah, it was fine.
Alright, so let's say a nigga would bring in like 25 games, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
why
I'll-
it worked in their favor.
Yeah, I'll start scanning the games, right? I'll start scanning the games. I'm like, boop, 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 right? Yo, son, I wouldn't even scan like 5 games. Let's say they bought me like 20 games, I wouldn't even scan like 5 of them. And they'll be like, and so I'm telling them what they're gonna get for 15 games instead of 25. I'm like, yo, you're gonna get like I don't know what's a good price.
And
You,
then
like it's looking like you're gonna get $40, Papa. Damn, $40 for 15 games. And then
it's
I'll be
funny
like,
you-
yo, listen.
it's
if
funny
you
you-
pay $15 for this magazine subscription, I'll make sure you get more money back. He's like, dead ass? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna scan the magazine. Boop. Scan all the other games later. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that is a good deal. I'm like, yeah, you are a dumb nigga. So you know what? So now, but now everybody's happy. Because now he got a deal. I got my shit. I
look
look good. This nigga look good because he followed suit. And all them other workers look trash. So it's us looking good. This nigga feeling good.
The manager getting
The
props.
manager, yeah, getting props. And eventually, you know, it is what it is. Like, we never got caught.
Yep.
And we could let's just the other story, yo. We used to come out there with thousands, nigga. We're like with money, like I was buying niggas lunch all the. I was such a good manager, yo. If you think about it, not to throw shit in niggas' faces.
I'll give one example.
Yeah.
I remember not an example of what we did. I remember one day I left. My boy picked me up, and I went right after work. It wasn't payday. And I got the phone pauses, the eggplant joints.
Yo, you see what I'm talking about? It wasn't payday. Phone pauses 300. That's all we're gonna say right there, B.
I remember that day.
See, and then you had dumb niggas that didn't have our brains. So
No,
all
the
they would
worst-
think about is like, oh, we want extra money? Let's go to the petty cash. We want extra money?
Oh
Let's
my
just straight up
God.
steal.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yo, dude.
And I remember when the petty cash
Yeah,
got
you
to
don't remember
zero.
Marvin though, right?
No, I remember. No, the best part of it, honestly, was that me and him got into a sync. It was just like we were helping each other out easy. Like
Yeah.
it was just working.
Yes.
And we would just be like, yo, da 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 da, and he would just be like, we're behind me, and he'll finish up what I've got to do, and we were just moving and syncing, and it was just like that.
And then inventory audits, we had all that shit mapped out. Like, yo,
Exactly.
these niggas gonna come through. Secret shoppers, we spotted them niggas. Like, you say this when this nigga comes. You know how we spotted the secret shoppers? Because it was Spanish Harlem and there was no white niggas, dude. so we got a white nigga up. Treat them niggas mad special. Always secret shopper. And then one DT that we knew who was white, who was gangster as fuck. So he wasn't no secret shopper. He was just.
You know, it was crazy. To bring it up, remember we met this dude that he's sort of big on Instagram now through games. Through that
Oh,
GameStop.
Kenny, yeah.
Ken Stars.
I be telling niggas, yo, thank you, because you brought
Ken
it
Stars.
up. Yeah, Ken Stars. Shout out to Ken Stars. I don't know how many Z's you or R's you got on your name. Yo, but big ups you, because you a cool, funny ass nigga, yo.
Yeah, he's really funny. Yeah,
Put it like that. Shout out
Props.
to Abner. Remember
I remember
Abner?
Abner. And
Shout
what
out
was the
to-
other? Was it Sean?
Oh my God, Sean. Yo, Sean. You know you annoying as fuck, yo.
Do the voice.
But
do
shout
the
out
voice.
Yo, stop with the BS, my nigga. And I used to ask that nigga anything. Like, yo, is that game good? And I mean, yo, yo, what you gonna do tonight? Yo, was the party good last night? Or that game? Does that game really cost $65? This nigga would never say yes. He'll be like, is pussy good? And I'm like, okay.
He always give you some question where the answer is gonna be yes.
No,
to say
it
his
wasn't
yes.
some question. It was always, is pussy good? So what time you gonna leave today? At 5? Is pussy good? I'm like, yo, you know that's not cool. Like, that don't even sound deep. Like, you're trying to make it sense.
Oh man, that was true.
What else? So it was Abner, it was Kenny, and it was another nigga there. Sean, but it was one of. Anyway, them niggas is all cool. Oh, and Jesus Cortez, but niggas didn't know him a lot.
I remember that one.
Oh, and May, you know May Linda. She was part of that whole whatever. Shout out all of y'all.
No.
You know that other nigga used to shop at GameStop too, right?
Who?
That Richie Porter Stay Fly.
Richie Porter.
That he used to do mad videos with Kenny. Like, anyway.
I gotta see. Yeah, I gotta see him to remember.
Yeah, shout out all of y'all. So I don't
All right.
know.
So then from GameStop. Yeah. So I ended up leaving GameStop because
Did I transfer stores before you left?
No, because remember after I left, you had the whole situation with the broken joint, with the dude broke in. Because you didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Before. Nigga,
That happened after because I wasn't working there.
Wait,
when that
someone
happened.
broke in?
All right, so I left.
This is when I wanted to get fired already.
Yeah, you wanted to get fired because I
Alright,
left.
tell this story.
Yeah. Oh, so he left.
It was like 2 weeks later.
Yo, it's crazy. It's like you ever have like two animals, like two cats, like they grow together or whatever, and then one of them dies, and then the other one is just changes. Like the nigga's just on the corner, like it's different, and then the nigga just dies because he got nothing to live for. So I was at GameStop making bank. This nigga left. and it wasn't fun anymore.
Wait, why did you leave?
So I left because it was getting too crazy, and I forgot exactly what was going on, but I remember it was like one of those things where the manager at the time was very lax, and a lot of shit fell down on us. And it was when a lot of remodels was going on. Remember when they remodeled the store? They started up and I remember something had happened where
this is before or after Cardboard Warriors?
Oh, way after.
Okay.
So something had happened and
Cardboard Warriors is this right here.
So the something had happened. I remember getting a call, and it was something that this dude set up. But the dude was like tight because he wasn't there, and it was gonna be like this whole show. And I remember Zim was there, but he wasn't on the clock, and it was busy as fuck. And I'm just like, this motherfucker's about to come right now.
I used to stay working for free, by the way, off the clock.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, to our help, help. But so I remember getting this call, and I'm just like, yo, shit's about to get crazy. It's mad busy right now. This dude is nowhere to be found. And this shit is about to fucking fall on us.
Yeah, that's when he was getting very comfortable.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And then and no, I don't like dislike him for it. It is what it is.
That's the dude that remember when I need to get lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
So yeah, like I don't dislike him. He's still cool.
No. But you know, just,
and then he have a new he had a baby recently.
Yeah, he had twins.
He had twins recently.
Yeah,
Congrats to him.
That's fire.
But yeah, so like you said, he was comfortable, and some shit was going down. And I was just like, I'm not staying for this. And I told Zen, I was like, yo, I'm coming in on my day off, and I'm gonna give the keys in. I'm not gonna work. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
And it was stupid of me, honestly, because I
told you to think about it.
Yeah.
I remember telling you like, yo, don't do anything off impulse. But I remember in my head, I was like, yo, I got this nigga after I'm leaving.
Yeah, so I left like on a fucking Thursday or some shit. I came in, I was like, look, I can't do it no more. Like, I would give you the 2 weeks. I didn't even give the 2 weeks. I was just like, yo, it's just getting too crazy. So then what ended up happening was with you was he got tight. He didn't want to be there no more. So he was finding a way to get fired. And this was the funniest shit ever when I heard this story.
Yo, there's a lot of niggas. There's a lot of niggas that don't know this, yo.
Yes.
There's a lot of niggas that think, and they're gonna find out with this episode that shit was all planned out, son.
Why didn't you just quit?
Because
if you got fired,
no, honestly, because all right, so
because part of it is if you got fired, you can get unemployment. No, it was that.
No,
it
wasn't that, yo. It wasn't that. Honestly, my nigga Dion was managing with me, and I didn't want it to seem like I was disloyal and leaving for the doorman shit. Even though I was honestly leaving.
That was the other thing because you were working both at the same time at that point.
Because I already got a doorman job. I was trying to do more. I was trying to become like a doorman, more hours, and then maybe become a super and shit like that. So
what ended up happening was,
but I didn't want to look disloyal, so I'm like, instead of quitting on this nigga, I'm gonna get fired on this nigga.
Yeah.
So he don't see me looking, because I don't want to lose this nigga friendship. Like, it's cool.
So what happened was we had recently got the store had recently got remodeled.
Wait. Before anything, hold that thought. Before anything, let me tell y'all niggas, yo, y'all kids, whoever kids watching this, when y'all start getting jobs, there's nothing better than when you got something else or something else coming your way, and you're working at a job where you now don't care if you get fired. That becomes the most firest job.
But only when you have something lined up. Only when you have something
lined up. Only when you're good. Yo, because let me tell you something. I stopped caring. That shit was my fucking sex house. That shit started being like, I just started stealing shit. Like, it wasn't even smart what I was doing anymore. I was like, I'm trying to go. I'm just, doing whatever. Like, niggas.
So let me go. So
hearts were getting hurt. Feelings was getting hurt. Bitches was getting fucked. Like, stock move. Bitches getting fucked on top of used Xboxes and all that. Yo, nigga, kids would be like, yo, my Xbox don't work. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you gotta come on this side of the...
So the shit that happened was he got into a habit of pulling down the gate but not putting the lock on it. But he put the lock on it, but not in the way that it would lock it. Like, he just put it to make it look like it was there.
Why?
Yeah. Right? So, no, but then he left them on, but he left one off, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He would put them on all. It was like, what, like 5 gates, I think
Okay, no, so let me tell you something. I would lock all the gates. So this
all but one.
No, so this is what happened. Before the stores close, that could bring up to another topic where I used to close the store early, my nigga. Not only did I close the store early when I didn't care, I used to have breaks in the store where I would close the doors, close the store
On Sundays.
in the middle of the day, nigga. Yo, son, yo, there would be times where it was like 12 o'clock, right? Where I would literally be like, these customers, I'm tired of these motherfuckers. I wait for the last customer to leave. Where it's not busy, close the gates. We closed, and just leave one gate open so you can see the door. And if they knock, we'll be like, yo, we closed. And then I'll put this sign up. Yo, does Dion even know we was doing that?
I don't think so.
Well, he knows now.
Yeah.
Once he might have. Somebody.
No,
might
I
have
don't
said
think he
something.
know. I don't know, but all I know, I used to put down for technical difficulties, and then niggas should knock on the door like, yo, like, you know, these Spanish Harlem niggas fiends, yo, these Dominican Puerto Rican niggas for their games, black niggas, fiends, yo. They be like zombies, like on the door. Yo, Uncharted, yo, Last of Us, whatever the fuck game was out.
Oh
These
my
niggas.
God, you remember the dude they used to always call about fucking Battletoads? I hated
Oh,
that
it was some nigga that used to prank call us about some Battletoads. Niggas used to ask for Battletoads for Nintendo. One day I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you, nigga. Bitcoin's real, but yo. So now,
so he would leave the gate. He would close up all the gates except for one. So then this one particular night, the funny part is
But the reason all of them were closed first is because we wanted to leave so fast that we would actually, because he was like, some of them would be locked, but one of them was open. The reason why some of them were locked is, or most of them but one, is because we would lock those early. Like I would send somebody out to lock the doors, and then the last one I would leave open because I was just lazy. The main one, I would be lazy.
So then apparently this guy broke in. He saw that the gate was like, oh shit, like, and it wasn't the front door one. I think it was the window on the left.
Yeah.
So
It's like
you guys were in the store.
No, this was like
This was overnight. Like
he
he
got
left.
a call. He got a call. So
Left. Oh my.
And then there was a nigga that you could see in the cameras when we saw the shit back.
he pulled up the shit. He pulled up the gate. It was the gate because it was like big window, then door. It was big window gate, then gate with where the door was, then another big window with the gate, and then around the corner was another big window with the gate. So all of those except for the one on the left, right? It was the first one.
Yeah.
Was that one was unlocked. Yeah, everything else was. So he, like, I guess he pulled on it for some fucking reason.
Because he was a bum. He was like homeless.
Exactly.
So he had time to walk. He wasn't like he was going somewhere.
Anywhere. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he realized that the
like-
shit was open, pushed the shit open. I think like maybe halfway,
And then
broke the glass.
nah, see, you didn't say it right. So he pulls his shit up. Then you see nothing. Then you see a chair just go right through the fucking glass.
I don't remember that. That's
Yeah, he did it with a chair, his bum chair. You know, bums always got their chair.
So
got
he
the bum
broke the
chair,
glass,
broke
and
the
then
glass came in. Nigga try to go right to the register.
Right to the register.
Mind you, if you a hood nigga trying to steal shit, like, come on, my nigga. Niggas take the money out the registers at the end of the night.
Exactly.
And,
he should have been taking the actual games and shit,
Yeah, so well,
should-
not really. Oh yeah.
and then come back and sell them.
That's another thing. We didn't even lock the doors.
That too.
The recovery.
That
Did he get to take any games?
No.
No,
So what
cops
happened-
got his ass, nigga.
Because the store had an alarm, like ADT or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So the cops came. So this is the funny, but this is the part that I love about the story.
Shout out ADT. There's no safer place to be. Yeah.
So he what do you call it? He gets a call from D and from like the district manager, this white dude.
His name's SD. Shout out to your faggot ass, nigga. Fake ass Vince McMahon. Go ahead. Nigga used to get mad pink when he was tight.
Yeah. So then didn't they change to some new guy after that?
No,
At some
he
point?
was the one that
He
they
was-
changed.
Oh, okay.
Before that was that
Corny one.
that
It was the corny
something
one.
Gaskin. One of the El Dynamics.
So he gets a call from them two, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" So then he goes to the store, and then he tells me that he's just like, he sees what happens, and he's just like, "All right, D, here's my key, man." Like assuming that he got fired. This is the genius part. It was like, no, you're fired. Like, no, like they like trying to keep his ass.
Yo, how do you know all this?
Because I remember the story. You told me.
Yo, yeah, this nigga remembers very
You have
well.
a good memory.
Cause I'm over here like
He's like, he already gave it in. Like, I him. Like that was his out. He was like, this is
yeah,
my
I
out
was
right
like,
now.
Yo, this is it. Like this is my loyal. You know, I'm leaving. My
Like, I
honorable
get it.
discharge.
Exactly.
So
And
I'm
they're like, no.
They're like, no. You very valuable here. We're gonna try to keep you here. I'm like, yo, come on. Like the nigga broke in. Be like, I'm just gonna take my L. I see what's coming. They're like, no.
time for me to go.
They're like, yo, we're gonna work for you. Like, let us work for you. I'm like, let me fucking go. I don't want to get in trouble. Like, yo, let me just. I'm telling Dion, like, yo, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get arrested. Blah blah blah. Let me go. Not only that, I knew a lot of fucking crazy theft that I was doing before that. So I'm like, you know what? I got to go.
Oh no, because if you think about it, it was good that you did that because I think the petty cash shit was still going on.
Yeah, the petty cash shit with yeah. I mean, we say no
going on.
names.
No name.
And
Allegedly.
if they would have looked into it, that would have showed up right there.
Yeah, but that wasn't me though. I wasn't
No, I
doing
know
petty
that
cash
was-
shit. But yeah.
Yeah, that petty cash shit, whoever did that shit was
let me
stupid.
tell you something, yo. This was before scamming. This was before niggas was doing all that credit card shit.
This
or
was
whatever.
smart scam.
Yeah, this was very smart. The shit I was doing, I was cool with mad niggas. If you're gonna scam and you're gonna be doing shit, always be a good person. Like always make sure niggas like you because that's just what you should do anyway. Be cool with everybody. I was cool with the Dunbar niggas, the Brinks niggas. I was cool with the bank.
yeah.
Like I just made sure that if I ever got caught doing crazy shit, niggas would be like, yo, give that nigga another
him a
shot,
chance.
yo, because he's a really nice person.
But what's so crazy is that what was going on was technically illegal, but there was nothing being.
Yeah, you don't even got to get into that.
No,
Like,
I'm not getting into
We weren't gonna get caught. Even if we got caught, we
There was
we
nothing-
couldn't get caught because
There was nothing missing.
yeah, we thought everything out. That's all you gotta know.
Exactly.
You did a good job.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah, we got free bacon, egg, and cheese all day.
Oh,
used to-
Smashies.
Yeah.
Smashies.
Oh, smashies. Yo, we used to have these sandwich. Yo, shout out to Smashies on 103rd and
No, 104th between 3rd and Lex.
No, it's 103rd because the train station's on 103rd.
And
We
where's the-
worked on 104th.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Shout
You're
out Smashies on 103rd and Lex. Y'all niggas doing it. Y'all niggas doing big things. All my Mexicans over there making them salami cheese sandwiches.
Oh my God,
I
those
fucks
are
with
the
y'all. Yo,
shits,
I put
my
you
God.
onto that.
Yeah,
The
you
salami
did.
cheese. He was on that spice ham shit. What would you like? You like the honey turkey? What you
I don't even remember back what I was eating back
I don't
then.
know. But now this nigga likes Monterey Jack cheese. You know all that fat nigga shit. I don't do that.
All right, so then we go from Gabe. So then from when I left GameStop, then he got me the job.
Face when I said I'm gonna cut that off.
Okay.
Disrespectful.
What do you
I
call
love
it?
this nigga.
And then you got me the job at UPS store.
Yeah.
So then that one was crazy because, like I said, you had called me. You was just like, "Yo, go down right now to this address. Like, put your interview clothes on. Whatever. They gonna give you a job. You just gotta talk to."
Yeah. So I was a doorman at a building, and right across the street was a UPS store, and the manager of that store was some chick with whom I went to high school, and I was like, oh shit, you're here. You know, fast forward, we smashed. And I'm like, yo, my nigga need a job. And I get the nigga the job. And
So then this is the funny way. This is the way I got the job, right?
Yeah.
So I speak with her for a little bit. She bounces. Then
Right.
the owner comes, right, Mark.
yeah,
He
he's a
comes.
funny dude.
Yeah. So he comes to the job and he's like trying to take over. But meanwhile, while I'm sitting waiting for this dude to come to interview me, I'm like paying attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm eyeballing what they're doing on the computer, and seeing what they do. So I'm like, okay. So then he comes and then he's trying to interview me, but he's the only person in the store.
Yeah.
So there's people coming in. Yeah, it's completely unfucking professional. But he's trying to interview me, but at the same time, people coming in. So I did what
just working.
I did the smart shit. I just
That's
started
what I
working.
would have. You see how he never even told me this story, and I already knew what he started doing because
I just started working. I was just like, I was just like, oh, poop. And then he was, and this is the crazy part. So I saw, like, I just called, like, oh, I'll try to help you. And then he was like, person comes up and they're like, oh, I'm just dropping off a package. And he's like, oh, you got it. And I'm like, no, I know, I already saw it. Boop. Like that. So he was about to show me, and I was just like, no, I already know. I saw him do it. Boop. Scan. Whap.
fire.
Done. And then the next person, he was like, oh, okay. And then I was just like, all right, cool, boom.
Yo,
So then,
y'all need friends like this. These are the niggas with whom you rob banks.
So then, so then he goes. So then it clears
Games.
up, and then he's like, okay, look, like you cool, whatever. He's like, and so then he tells me, he's like, what do you want to start at? And I remember specifically, Zen told me, he was like, tell him you want to start at 9. I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
Why did I say 9?
I don't remember, because I think you said that's what he'll give you what you say, but something like that. And you was
Wait,
like,
but 9 was good?
I think
back
9 was
then?
good back then.
Yeah, 9 was good back then.
Yeah,
I wouldn't tell somebody to start.
This was like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shit.
How much were you making at GameStop?
Just a little bit over 9, so it would have been the same money.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's why. No. I told him to start at 9 because the other niggas at the UPS store were making less than that.
Something like
they were
that,
making
yeah.
minimum wage.
So
I
he
him-
told me, so I told him 9, and he gave me 8. So
OD.
Okay.
But it ended up working out in my favor. So then working that job, essentially all I did was, when I got to the point where I was working, like I wasn't going to school and I was pushing like 40, 50 hours a week easy. And what happened was there was a lot of turnover. People were leaving, people came back, new management, all this shit. Meanwhile, I'm just working, figuring all this shit out. And it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, so many people fucking left, so many people screwed over the thing. I'm the only loyal motherfucker there besides this other person that I was working with. And they're like, all right, we're going to move you up. We're going to give you bump and pay. It took a while for me to get a raise. I was about to quit. I told them, I was like, look, you haven't given me a raise in such a long time. Like, I'm doing my fucking work.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, we got you. Boom, got a raise. Then,
Wasn't the raise for like 10?
yeah, it went from like 8 to 10 or something like
Yeah.
that, which was good. And then, so then when more people left, and then I was essentially just running the store by myself. I was working like 60 hours a week. I was working fucking almost every fucking day. Crazy.
When did the Aztec princess come through? And how did that change the whole dynamic?
Aztec princess? What are you talking about? Oh no, it was fucked up, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't give a shit. So she was part of the reason that I found out later on that she was part of the reason why I hadn't gotten a raise. So I had to go. So I didn't say anything.
Damn.
So I told her, like, I came to her and I was like, look, I haven't gotten a raise and so on and so forth. I need something going on. So then she was like, all right. So then there was this new business manager at the time. She came on and I came to her about it too.
Yeah.
And then I found out through her, because me and her eventually got cool because I was essentially the loyal dude out of everybody. And she told me, like, oh, I didn't even know that you hadn't gotten a raise in that long. Rocio never said nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit, well, whatever. But so she's the one that hooked up the raise because she was the one managing the finances.
Yeah.
She's like, I got you. So then from that, it went to, okay, I'm managing this store. Then one of the other managers ended up leaving. So that was managing the other store. And then the last store, same thing happened. So I ended up managing all 3 stores. So I was running back and forth. But then this is where it got lovely. So I was working so much that it was crazy overtime. Plus, it got to the point where they started doing bonuses. So my main store was fucking killing it.
Yeah.
So while that shit was killing it, I was making money. Then the other stores, they were doing okay. And the last, like, so they screwed up because when I first got there, they had a store. It was 51st, 61st, 71st,
Okay.
but like on different avenues. So it was like third, second, first, right? Perfect setup. You're covering the perfect fucking radiuses each. Something happened with the lease. They lost the store, so they had to move it somewhere. If it was me, I'd have just been like, fuck it, just keep 2 stores, focus on getting everybody there.
Yeah.
Whatever. He decided to move the store 3 blocks away from the second store.
Uh-huh.
Make no sense. They had like 4 blocks. So then now that store started losing money because it's people that were closer, so on and so forth. So that store started losing money, but I was still getting bonuses because I was still getting the other store to do really good. So that store was making up for everything else. I got it to the point where I didn't even have to be at that other store, and that store was making money.
Fire.
And the other stores, I had to try to help them get back up, and that was a whole nother rigmarole. So I was still getting bonuses because
rigmarole.
so that whole shit was crazy. And then the fucking so then I ended up leaving there partly because I needed to
Hold on.
What?
When did you meet your wife, your future wife?
So when I was managing 51st.
And you were interested in another girl too, right?
No, there was no other girls.
Nigga, there was another chick.
No,
The big, the tall joint.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wrong person.
No, ain't no fucking wrong person. There was your wife, and then there was some other joint that she was just mad gossipy. I think she was.
Oh, you're talking about is mad cool.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me and her, you can bleep that out though. Me and her were mad cool.
Okay.
So
Forget it. She a dub.
Hmm?
She a dub. Guy, you talk about something.
Exactly. So me and her were mad cool. That was the thing. So so what happened was I was working at 51st, and then they had hired a whole bunch of people. My wife was one of those people. So when I went up there to, I think it was like to bring them some boxes or some shit, I saw them and I saw her and they were training her or something like that. And
What was your first thoughts when you saw your future
this is the
wife?
crazy part, and my wife knows this. I was like, like I said, me and man cool. So she had them like somebody training them or whatever, and I saw her and I was like, oh, nice to meet you, whatever. I'm manager down 51st, whatever. And so I go to and I'm like, yo, she's mad cute.
Put in the word.
No, not even putting the word. I was like, are you gonna have a problem if I date her? And she was like, no, go for it.
You a confident dude.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy for me.
Okay. What
So-
made you just know you could date her?
I didn't know. I was just like, would you be mad if I went out? Like if I went for
But
her?
why did you
Why
ask?
ask, yeah.
You thought
No,
liked you?
because it was like because I didn't want no like coworker, like if shit went that kind of stuff. So I was
heard
trying
you.
to. I didn't know what the policy was on that type of shit.
Yeah.
So, so then this is where the crazy part gets in, right? So then eventually, my wife gets transferred down to my store.
Okay.
Your
And-
main store?
Oh, so
To
now
my
you
store.
managing her.
Okay.
Exactly.
So now
I'm
she
the only,
hating you,
and
nigga.
me and her essentially were the only people in the store at the time.
So
until
that
they
worked
broke.
out fine.
Sort of. So what ended up happening was, I had asked her out. I was like, "Oh, we should meet. We should go out for drinks one day, whatever." So I was like, "Cool." So I'm trying to remember. She came back to meet me. It's like I was working. She came back to meet me. Like I guess, went home, got dressed, whatever. Came back to meet me.
Yeah.
We went out. I spent like on the first place we went to. It spent like $200. She tried to
Young
pay.
nigga shit.
Yeah, stupid. Oh my god, I was just like, I felt that shit after, and I tell my wife that shit all the time. I was like, it was
I've been
crazy
there.
shit. But she tried to pay. It wasn't like she was just like let it happen.
Nah, I know.
She,
Young nigga shit.
She fought me for it, but then she got drinks after, and we went to this other bar, had drinks, and meanwhile, remember this is like right
Them
after
drinks alone would fucking kill you.
Yeah. So this is right after I was like 22. So I wasn't really drinking like that, like crazy. So then we go to this other place. We have drinks, and then so then it turns out after the whole thing, she goes home, I go home, whatever. The next day, I think it was like the next day or the next 2 days, we're working, we're by ourselves, and I'm like, I tell her, I'm like, I hope you know that I asked you out because I like you. And this was like balls on my side.
That was
'cause
cute.
Were you nervous?
Hell yeah, I was fucking nervous. So because I wanted to make it known, I didn't want her to think that it wasn't a
That
date.
you a
It
friend
was-
zone
Yeah,
type
yeah,
nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was just like,
fuck
yo,
with you,
I
bro.
Yeah.
needed to fucking man up on that shit.
Plus, you was
And-
already 22, no ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't really thinking about that. It was just more like I want to try to start dating.
Okay.
So then she goes,
Young
thanks.
Okay.
She goes, yeah, thanks. So then she thought that it was just friends going out. But my thing was just like, I asked
Come on,
you out.
y'all chicks need to stop with that bullshit, B. Like, niggas ain't
I'm
gonna spend
like-
no $200 and not get ass. And you just gonna say thanks, B.
So she thought that it was just coworkers having drinks, but I'm like, I asked you out. It was just me and you, and we both got dressed up. It wasn't like
That's
we
a fucking date.
exactly.
Hold on, let me ask you something.
It wasn't
Did
like
y'all,
you just went out after work.
did y'all set
No,
a,
it was after work, but it wasn't. I came dressed up to
Before
work. She
y'all
came
went-
back
Okay.
dressed up.
before y'all went out, y'all set a time to go out, right?
Exactly.
So you know what that means? You know what a time is? You know what's another word for time? Date, motherfucker.
So yeah. So then, so eventually, we talked. That was like November, and then so we continued to talk like. We barely talked like through Christmas time or whatever because we didn't know each other like that.
Yeah.
Then we started to talk more around January.
Yeah.
February came around, and I bought her flowers for Valentine's Day.
Fire.
Yeah, super fire, very expensive. So that was
Flowers are so expensive.
no, but but it was expensive from an expensive place, but that shit was crazy too. So and it was because and it was my fault partly, but either way, I bought her flowers. Then that's when everybody sort of found out that I was trying to talk to her because
Yeah.
the flowers came to the job.
Yo, sidebar. If you meet a girl, you want to go out with her, and she already knows about flower types. If you ain't got no money, don't do it, my nigga. Because then you gonna get her some flowers. She gonna be like, yo, why you ain't get the orchids, my nigga? Like, okay.
So then I get her flowers and then I take her out and then that date was what we call our first official date.
Yeah.
Because I was